All right. With last week's games in the books, it's time to place wagers for the upcoming week of sports. There's no better way of being a part of the game like Action 24/7's app, the official sports booking site for the Full Sport Press podcast.
Get into the game right from your couch. It's pretty simple. Just download the Action 24/7 app, create your profile, and use code FSP100.
That's code FSP100. Only the Action 24/7 app. Eligibility restriction applied. See action247.com for more details.
Remember, game responsibly for promotional use only.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast of the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am J-Ho.
It's your boy, Big Jeff.
Weezy's back in the building. Say what's up, we said.
What it do. Y'all missed me last week.
Always, bro.
Last week. Oh, it was last week. Damn, yeah, dog.
Hey, Jada.
Coach Lock back in the building. Say what's up, Cal.
What's happening, fellas? How everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Good, man.
Good. How's everybody week?
Hey, man.
Good,
man.
Yep. Good. I got the vaccine today, y'all.
Your arm sore?
Nah. Look at Weezy's face. We in the clear, baby. We in the clear. Episode 348, man. We're handing out postseason awards for the 2020 college football season.
FSP style.
God, dog. Always FSP style.
You better damn know it. I'm sorry?
I wish you would have told me that on the air. Goodness gracious. That fucked my whole head up. God.
Best of the week, Weezy. What you got? What's your best of the week, buddy?
Best of the week for me was stocks, man. I realized I made a good investment over the pandemic. A real good investment. It's my best. I made a real good investment. Thank God. That's all I can say.
Most definitely.
For the stocks.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Coach? What you got?
Best of the week, man. We on break finally. Get away from these kids out in the COVID, man. Get away from them because they try not to wear masks in school. So we get away for a little bit. So we on break.
Most definitely. Lucky you.
Yeah.
No breaks. What breaks? Breaks. Jeff, what you got?
Man, high schooler, man. Hunter Nevlud. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name, brother, but he was hurt all year. And it was his senior year, and his team was in the state championship. They were winning 42-20. His teammates carried him out to the field because his leg was messed up, carried him out to the field so he can snap the ball for the state championship on the victory formation. It was up 42-20. It was dope to see, man. Shout out to him.
Most definitely. Shout out to Hunter, man.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. That's all right. My best of the week is the Negro League stats, man. Specifically, a collection of 7 leagues that played at various times between 1920 and 1948 would retroactively be given major league status. So we'll be seeing some changes to some baseball records over the next few months. So shout out to the Negro Leagues, something that should have happened in 1985, but here we are, man. Never late is better, but always. What's the Drake saying?
Never late is better. I forgot it. Damn, that quick.
It's all good. We'll keep it right back with you. He's worst of the week. What you got?
my worst of the week was I realized I didn't invest enough on my stock. That's my worst of the week. Yeah, I didn't invest enough. Yeah. You win some, you lose some on that one. Some is better than none, though, is what I heard.
Hey.
And truly it is, but goodness gracious.
Some is definitely better than none. Jeff, what you got? Worst of the week?
Man, I stumbled upon this video right after it happened. I didn't want to see it, but shout out to the kid. He's doing better. Keontae Johnson from Florida, man. The situation with him on the court, that was horrible to see. I'm glad he's doing better. He passed out on the court. Sent a message out to everybody today saying he's doing well. He's talking on his own, so it's good to see. Just hate that for the kid, man. Like Jake said, he's on every pro board you can think of, every projected draft you can think of. But the basketball is the least thing on his mind right now. Hope he gets back, gets well, do his thing.
Most definitely, man. Jeff, you've been on a world tour. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was going to be your worst of the week. You've been on 7 different podcasts. You want to plug everybody you've been on? We'll be here. Go ahead.
Here you go, man. Shout out to the people at the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast. Let me come through. Shout out to the guy, Chris Platty. Let me talk a little bit of hoops talk with him. And shout out to the Scenario Radio Show in Nashville. I came on there with them as well this week. It's been a long week. A lot of party.
Yeah, for sure. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I thought that was gonna be your worst of the week. I had to make it your worst of the week. Coach, what you got?
Man, my worst of the week is Florida High School American Heritage suspends game because 2 players, Jordana Codio and Katie Hessian, wore Black Lives Matter shirts during warm-ups after another student posted a racial slur in a virtual class a few weeks ago, but had no disciplinary action from the school administration. But you suspend the game because 2 ladies wear Black Lives Matter shirt. Do better, American Heritage. Do better.
Do better. Do better.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough there. That's rough. My worst of the week is a little baby, man. It's 2 porn stars in less than 2 weeks to confirm that he paid to play. Yep, game is cold, man. Snitches get stitches. Baby got a lot of money, man, for these shenanigans to be popping off, man. He got to print off a couple of them NDAs, dog, ASAP. He needs some new people around.
Quick.
Where P at?
Quick.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man. He has to know they gonna tell. He has to know.
They telling it all, too.
They gonna learn.
Did you hear the latest one?
Nah.
I ain't hear the latest one.
Nah, I missed the latest one.
Guess what the latest one was?
Oh,
Tiana Trump.
I knew it. Oh, she gonna tell it all. They gonna learn. They gonna learn today.
Oh man.
What you say, Weezy?
I wouldn't even talk to her. She wouldn't even.
That young boy is living his life, man. He is living.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Live life,
but he got to do better.
He got to do better. Is it over for him and his girl?
Hell no.
What they say, she gonna cry in that Billy truck. That's what she gonna do. We're gonna be all right. You know, get the tears out. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Better late than never.
You're right. All right. Now make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, IG, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Beyond Pod, and YouTube. And of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of Full Sport Press. How do you do that? Just search Full Sport Press Podcast. When you get through with that, make sure you check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee every Wednesday. The latest issue is up. Is the review of the top 10 albums of the year, featuring our own Jeff, who sat in with him like he mentioned earlier. So y'all make sure y'all check that episode out.
World Tour Jeff, for sure.
Worldwide Jeff.
Next week, Jeff.
Worldwide Jeff.
Yeah, I'm just a man of the people, man. That's all I'm saying. Got to talk a little hip hop. It was cool talking a little hip hop.
Yeah. Everybody ain't able.
Everybody ain't able.
Everybody ain't able to talk no hip hop for sure.
Man.
Cellar dweller is your boy. Fresher Than Your Average Podcast, man, featuring myself and my dog Animal Brown, a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. We have a new FTYA IG Live. FTYA Friday is up right now, discussing the hottest releases of the past weekend. Pull up on us on the IG page directly for the coach. You can watch the entire show on youtube.com/realville, man. Wear your kicks. Cop responsibly. Don't forget, Patreon as well. Full Sport Press, On Deck TV, Fresher Than Your Average, much, much more. Be on the lookout for more and more episodes. They're up right now. Support the team. Support the real. Most definitely. Jeff, you got 10 good wrestling seconds.
Yes, sir, I do.
Let's get it.
All right. This week's 10 Good Wrestling Seconds is brought to you by Skill Wing Workouts. Make sure you follow them on all social media. That's Skill Wing. And don't forget to download the Skill Wing app to cover your training needs and receive alerts on the latest athletic wear drops and plenty of content to motivate and inspire. As always, help us, don't hurt us. Fellas, it is tables, ladders, and chairs weekend. Weezy, you know what that means? Another episode of Who Gets the W. All right, first matchup. Sasha Banks versus Carmella for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Weezy, who gets the W?
Sasha Banks. Last name is Banks. I'm rolling with her.
Gotta roll with that. Coach Locke.
Sasha Banks.
J.O.
Give me Sasha, man.
Sasha Banks. I'm going with Sasha Banks as well. All right. Personal favorite of my own for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The New Day versus the Hurt Business. Coach Locke, who you got?
I mean, I gotta go to New Day. The other day don't even sound
The
right.
Hurt Business is the black equivalent to the Four Horsemen.
The New Day,
Okay.
for sure.
All right. J-Ho.
Yeah, New Day for sure.
Weezy.
I'm gonna roll the dice on this one. I'm gonna go with the Hurt Business.
I'm going with the Hurt Business as well. And two more. Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. Coach Locke.
They got to give Drew a chance now, so I'm gonna go with Drew on this one. He done lost a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna go with Drew. Fuck it.
J-Ho.
Who the champ? AJ Styles the champ.
Drew is actually the champ because he won his belt back, coach, on a Raw episode that don't really matter. But it's cool. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. So, but Drew is a good pick though. Who you got, Jay?
Give me AJ Styles.
Okay. Weezy?
I'm rolling with Drew.
I'm going to roll with Drew as well. And lastly, Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. J-Ho, what you got?
Roman Reigns.
Weezy?
I know Roman Reigns, but Kevin Owens is...
You done pick chalk every one, bro. You pick chalk every one. Everyone. You went higher seed every time.
No, I didn't.
Coward. You're a coward.
Pick your pick, Weez. Pick your pick,
Hey,
Weez.
boy, y'all made me say something. What? That he messed my whole... I don't know who's playing. I don't know who's wrestling.
Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship in a tables, ladders, and chairs match.
I'm going to go with Roman Reigns. Okay.
Coach Locke.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns as well. And that is Who Gets the W. Make sure you tune in each and every Thursday for 808s and chair shots. Shout out to my man, Neek. Neek, hope you get the feeling better, brother. And we'll be back this week to do our tables, ladders, and chairs review. Make sure you tune in. And remember, you might not like wrestling, but your auntie look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Auntie pick ass. Yeah. Cow. Tweet us with the questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press, man. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
At the Revolution, we'll be podcasting before we start the first half. Weezy, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners?
I do. I'll make sure it's not chalk, but I got one.
It's going to be chalk.
This week's award recipient is website IsMyGirl.
Yep, it is, man. The NBA has a strict COVID-19 protocol situation to keep their players safe throughout the season. And adult webcam site IsMyGirl sent an email to the NBA claiming that a partnership could be held, keep the league stars in check, for sure. So, IsMyGirl is a premium platform for adult models to monetize their sexy content. They formally extended an offer to the NBA to partner with the site to help keep the players away from strip clubs and Instagram models. And going by this quote, if you're like James Harden and a player known to succeed in cities with the best strip clubs, the player performance may actually improve the more they use this site, end quote. IsMyGirl. Is this a good thing, bad thing, or something that's needed for the NBA players?
Hey, man, they said giraffes didn't always have long necks. We're just seeing the world adapt. That's what we're doing. I think this is actually good. This could work.
2020 in a nutshell, man. This is 2020 all over again right here.
Hey, man, I'm not a fan of webcam situations. It's not, I don't see myself paying for anything related to anything like this for sure. But it's free if you're an NBA player that keeps you out of going to places. Hey, I'm all for it. But NBA is not going to do it.
It's not going to work.
They can't do it.
No, it's not going to work.
But it's 2020. You never know.
It's not going to work.
Crazy things have happened.
They going to want to touch the flesh.
They can't openly support this, but deep down, Adam Silver's like, this might work.
So who gets the yellow box of Cheerios? The NBA or the webcam site?
The NBA.
They even entertaining it.
Yeah, you can't blame the website for trying to make $1.
Yeah, it's like you get a bad text message from somebody and you know it's rough, and you open it anyways. They shouldn't even open that email. They should have just went on and scratched out.
So how you getting it to it? Are you delivering this to the webcam site or the NBA?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop that off myself.
I bet you are. You guys ready to get started the first half? Let's do it.
Please, let's go.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What it do?
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Locke, where can they find you on social media, my brother?
And they can find me on Twitter and IG at Locke_the_great. That's THA. Get at me.
Yeah. What about you, Weezy?
I'm FSP_Weezy on IG. I'm at Weezy on Twitter. Holla at me.
Sure. I hear you. You back. They tried to get me to say your shit last week, Weezy. I know you ain't go back and listen. Did I say it?
Fuck no, baby.
Yeah, you didn't say it. Hell no.
I damn right.
We'll talk about that later.
You said, what'd you say?
I didn't get a grid last week's what I said.
I didn't get a grid last week. Why would you get a grid last week? You didn't do the show.
I'm just saying. And the other time I don't do it, I get a grid.
For real?
Come on, man. Come on.
Sound like something you need to talk to HR about, not me, but Jeff, what about you?
HR. I'm talking to HR. Live in the flesh. Here we go.
Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Most definitely. I'm J-Hove on Instagram and Twitter. Let's have a conversation on Twitter and Instagram, man. Let's have it. Not Instagram so much, but Twitter for sure. It was definitely Jeff.
Yes, sir.
FSP Fantasy Football Breakdown, man. Playoff edition.
All right, man.
For sure.
Semi-final edition of the playoffs. Let's talk about it. In the number 2 versus the number 6 matchup, we got Kanye in 2024. Shout out to AB. He's the number 2 seed versus You Choose a Side. Look at Weezy in the semifinals. This is projected to go down to the wire. Derek Carr hurt AB. Derek Carr is his quarterback going out in the first half, with just 2 points. But he had Hunter Henry, who overperformed with 17 points. And Weezy had Keenan Allen, who only gave him 2 points in the Thursday night game. So this is going to be a barn burner. Shout out to Weezy for pulling through, and getting to the
whoa, hey, yo.
And then we have at the number 1 seed, shout out to D Harris, TB12's memory loss, versus he started paying attention and he's in the semifinals. Shout out to Reagan, Vanderlei Internationals in the semifinals of the Fantasy Football League and is projected to win by a blowout. Shout out to Reagan.
Reagan projected to win in a blowout?
He got 30 from Waller on Thursday night from the Raiders tight end. And D Harris in the hole.
Wow, that boy went from not paying attention to about to play in a damn championship game.
That is
only in America.
Only in 2020.
Damn, Reagan.
Hard too.
Damn. That's it.
I think whoever wins this league, whoever wins this year gets 2 trophies, right? One for COVID, one for the championship.
Man.
Okay, all right. That is your semifinal week of the Fantasy Football Breakdown. I don't know what week.
Somebody got to start muting him, dog. Sure, let's talk some NBA, man. Reigning MVP Weezy's guy, Giannis Antetokounmpo, has declared the Milwaukee Bucks his home for the next 5 seasons as the Greek Freak signed a max extension Tuesday afternoon. The back-to-back MVP, which is bullshit, signed a 5-year, $228 million contract extension. This season was supposed to force the Bucks to sell Giannis on the team moving forward to get him to re-sign by season's end. Giannis was said to be the most sought-after free agent next offseason. Plenty of teams at his doorstep ready to pitch. The question I have for you guys, now that he's officially off the market, what does that mean for the future of the NBA?
I think that means the future of the NBA is in good hands. Shit, he got, you know what I mean? But nobody turns down, let's give it to Giannis. Everybody's getting mad at him because he signed back, but nobody turns down that first contract. I can't name a superstar that turns down that first max deal.
That's his second max deal.
That's his second one? Oh, shit. I didn't know that. Yeah, he might be in trouble then because he ain't going to win a championship there.
He had a chance. Go ahead, Wiz.
No, you got it. Go ahead, Joe.
He had a chance to shake up the market. Now, mind you, no other team could offer him the money that Milwaukee could offer him. That's how it goes. That's how it works. But he had a chance to shake up the market and really, really make an impact as far as free agency. He showed, allegedly, he showed the front office players who were sending text messages starting the season, checking his temperature, seeing where he wanted to go. And he decided to stay in Milwaukee. I mean, it's more power to him, boosting up a small market team. But, I mean, he's got the best out of that team he's going to get.
For the NBA, I think this is good. It keeps a superstar from joining another team to dominate, which we don't know where he was going. There were rumors of Miami, which he would have been down there with Jimmy Butler, which wouldn't have been a super team or, like Jeff said, super duper team. But it just gives another team in the East a chance to compete. Because if he leaves the Milwaukee Bucks, they're dead in the water. We won't hear from them nowhere near the same. If he goes to the Clippers or the Lakers, somewhere like that, then we see another super team, and that kind of takes away from the excitement of the NBA as far as keeping it even, I guess I should say. But it does bring more to that small market team. So not necessarily good for the other teams, but good for the Bucks and NBA.
I think it's right in the middle. It's great for the NBA. I think the NBA is better as far as a product when there's balance. The season saw a more balanced landscape in the bubble. I've seen in recent memory, people had real thoughts that the Heat were going to pull a championship out of the bubble. So if Giannis left, go with another team like Locke was mentioning, maybe the Heat, maybe the Clippers, maybe the Lakers, I think it would have left a sour taste in NBA fans' mouth. So, but as far as players, I think he should have kept his foot on their neck. This will make sure that they're continuing to improve the team. Some teams signed up to get cap space, to create that cap space for Giannis for the better part of 2 or 3 years. Mavs, Raptors, Knicks were ready to sign him yesterday. So the Bucks have been very reluctant as to pay the tax over the years. They are going to have to pay that tax this year because you know why? Their superstar free agent was about to leave. So they're not going to win a championship with Giannis Antetokounmpo because he wants to shoot threes. And spoiler alert, you won 2 MVPs like Jeff mentioned. We've seen the best of this team. What he has to work on, 15, 17-foot jump shot. If that doesn't happen, he's going to figure out a way to get out of there in a couple of years and force his way like James Harden we'll talk about in a minute. So, yeah, man, I mean, it's good for the NBA as far as balance, but I think it's not good for him as a player. We won't see the best of him playing with Milwaukee. We will see the best of him maybe playing with another superstar for sure.
Well, changing it to college football, one of the biggest days in college football we've already seen pass and go. College Football National Signing Day. So we're going to discuss some of the winners and the losers. We're going to give you a few that we think happened for each one. 2 winners and 2 losers. So, Weezy, give me a winner for your College Football National Signing Day.
A winner for me, it has to be Alabama, right? Alabama, they got they got 12 of the top 89 players to sign with them. 12 of the top 89 players to sign with them. Alabama's a winner.
I'll keep it home base. Florida State is a winner. Get Malik McClain to come back. We had lost Malik McClain. He decided to come back. So give me Malik McClain.
Wow.
You want to talk? That's some Homer shit, dog. You Jeff, you ought to be ashamed of your goddamn.
We had lost him. We had lost other players, and hey, I'll take it. Anything at this point. Anything's a positive at this point because we are in the projects.
Hey, I got the Lane Train, man. Give me Ole Miss. You got 10 verbal commitments. Lane Train's gaining momentum. He attacked Florida State, took some of their players. Tennessee took some of their players. Mississippi State got all the Mississippi players. And you add in a top 10 player to come to Ole Miss, man. Cherry on top, man. Be a big year for Ole Miss next year. And they got a really good quarterback coming back one more year, Matt Corral. So give me Ole Miss as a winner.
My first winner, Deion Sanders in Jackson State. Shout out to the HBCUs. He got Georgia commit Dejon Warren to flip and come to Jackson State, who's a 4-star recruit from junior college. He'll join Sanders' son, Shiloh, a South Carolina transfer, and his other son, Shador, a 4-star quarterback, all at Jackson State. You don't see 4-stars going to HBCUs until now. So I definitely have Jackson State and Deion Sanders as a winner. Weezy, you got another winner?
I do. Another winner for me is it has to be the Kentucky Wildcats, man. To not be the ranked number 4 in the SEC of recruiting right now. Kentucky Wildcats. And it had a bad year. So I don't know if they're paying money or what, but they're doing something good right now.
I'll go with my next winner. I'll go with LSU. Coming off the championship the year prior, they're having a down year this year and still bringing in the number 3 recruiting class. Give me LSU, man. Hope they reload and get competitive. They get dog walk this year.
Dog walk.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
It said my mic went out. All right, go. My last winner is Miami, man. With this cycle, we knew Miami was going to be great on defense, keep plenty of in-state people there, but they finally got a quarterback in the recruiting trail by getting 4-star quarterback Jay Garcia. Picked him over Florida State and Arkansas late in the game. So give me Miami, man. Rich keep getting rich.
My last winner is Wisconsin. They usually win with less by developing those 3-star athletes and talent, and they turn them into quality football players. But for right now, the Badgers have the 16th ranked class in the country, which would be their first ever top 20 class. And they got a 5-star prospect in the offensive tackle, Nolan Rucci of Pennsylvania. So that's big for Wisconsin. All right, so let's move on to the losers. Weezy, who's your first loser?
I'm going to be a homer. I'm going to say Vanderbilt Commodores, man. We didn't come in dead last in the SEC, but we came in last on number 40, ranked number 49 in the country in recruit. We're going to lose again. It's going to be another long.
Hey, Weezy, the kick even transferred on y'all, dog.
Who, the girl?
Yeah. She transferred to North Texas.
Yeah, she transferred. But did you hear what she was doing? She was in the. She went to the locker room like, just kind of step it up, like talking to the guys like they just like, you know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't tough enough. Can't do that.
Well,
can't do that.
No, she can do that. She can do that.
She can't. She can't do
she
that.
part of the team. Yeah, she part of the team. Shit, yes, she
true.
can.
Yeah.
Shit, it's just like if the kicker would have came in there and he was a guy, he can't do that shit. You damn lie, he can't.
We ain't never heard the kicker coming in the locker room doing that though.
Yeah, you never heard of that. That's just like Coach Locke, play college ball. You gotta walk on, right? And the walk on coming in, don't play. He coming in and telling him, hey y'all, you step it up, man. Let's go. Y'all ain't play with no heart.
It don't matter who it is, bro. If it's a leader on the team, it's a leader on the team. Somebody step up.
She's not a leader on the team, though.
But she may be a leader in the other locker room she used to being in, and she just bringing in them traits.
Now, that may be true, but...
Yeah, but she's telling them... I almost lay by that because that's going... I must say, yeah, Vanderbilt's one of my losers.
Yeah, let me go ahead and jump in real quick. University of Tennessee, 15th ranked recruiting class, but it's something more than usual with them. I hope they can turn around and get some W's on the field because, I mean, it is. I mean, it is Tennessee. So we want to see it go well. I guess it's the home team, but man, it doesn't look good for them still.
Yep, I got Tennessee as well. They lost 10 total decommitments, man. 10. You can't lose 10 and your head coach is still employed. That's something that happens when your head coach is fired. He's still there. Rough days are ahead in Knoxville for sure.
I have Florida State, opposite of Jeff. The class is ranked 31st by 24/7, and we didn't get one 5-star recruit. That's not a good pattern. That doesn't happen at Florida State. Last year, we were ranked 22nd. The year before that, we were 18th. And the year before that, we were 11th. Their ranking is going the wrong directions as the year goes. That's not good.
Willie, that was Willie years, Jeff.
Willie was 11 and 18. Sound good to me. Sound good to me.
That was Jimbo with that 11th ranked team,
that
bro.
22 go on Norvell. Because Willie was gone.
Get the hell out. No, dude, he said 11, 22.
11,
bro, 11
18.
was Jimbo, bro.
11 was Willie.
No, wait, Willie was only there 2 years.
Exactly. 11, 18, and 22. This season was 20.
Them kids had already committed, though, to Jimbo to make up their 11th. They had. They already committed.
Some of them had, but Jimbo left in time where Willie still had to recruit some of them players too. Though, guys.
Stop. But the big ones was
he don't get all the credit. He don't get, but it's under his regime, though, is what I'm saying.
Stop.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Bring back
Weezy, what's your other loser? You on mute.
You on mute.
I was piggybacking off Jeff with Tennessee. Tennessee's my loser.
And yes, I picked them as my first winner, but I'm also picking them as my loser because with getting McClain, we didn't do anything else that resembled a team that's trying to win football games. Look, man, we are in the projects. Anything helps, but at this point, we're screwed.
Y'all done. My second loser is Auburn. That was expected when your head coach is fired. They had 7 decommits and 3 others that opened their recruitment. Seems like a bad day at the office, man. Tough for Auburn. I didn't think they were going to get rid of Gus, but they had to. Here we are. Rough days. Rough days ahead in Auburn as well because Gus Malzahn was a good coach for sure.
I agree. Auburn was my second one. They paid a pretty hefty penny to get rid of Gus. They gave him $21 million. It just has 13 prospects coming in, and they ranked 12th in the SEC after losing defensive end George Wilson to Florida State. That was the one bright thing we got, Jeff. We did get George Wilson, but Auburn, they're in trouble. They about to be in the projects just like we are.
We'll take it. All right, let's go back to the NBA, fellas. We talked about the projects long enough, and my Seminoles, and me and Lock Seminoles are going to be there for a while. Let's go back to the NBA. Weezy's guy, James Harden, finally showed up in Houston. Looked slightly overweight and unbothered, but he showed up. Trade talks apparently have increased with other teams outside of the Nets, outside of the Sixers, but I'm asking you guys if Houston can remain competitive if they keep a disgruntled and a little bit overweight James Harden around.
This thing in Houston, I hate that they've done. I can't believe what I'm hearing about the stories that's been told about James Harden. Like, I can't believe what I'm hearing. I believe it, but I can't believe that it's actually coming out right now. Like, if you want to trade him, why would you air his dirty laundry like that? You know what I'm saying? And you got to think it's their fault for spoiling the kid like that. They spoiled the kid.
They don't really want to lose him. He wants to leave. They don't want to lose him.
So why they telling all this bad stuff about him?
So won't nobody take him?
It's their fault. If he can tell them, hey, we're not going to leave tonight, that's their fault, dude. How can you tell them we're not going to leave tonight? I got to do something over here. How can you tell them that?
Yeah, that's too much power, man. That's the reason that the world that we're in today, where people that don't need power got power, for sure. And like Weezy mentioned, man, in Houston, they did a full smear campaign. As you know, here's the problem. James Harden is the problem, always will be the problem, and will forever be the problem. Anytime you force your team to trade for and players, you're the problem, dog. the reason that X person was left from the team, he said if Chris Paul wasn't gonna be there, listen, if Chris Paul's there, I'm gone. If y'all don't trade for Russell Westbrook, I'm gone. If you don't trade Russell Westbrook, I'm gone. Like, come on, man. The Rockets, man, are hoping to get a deal done sooner rather than later. But if Houston sits tight, I think they can get more suitors because injuries, like we said, always happen, and people get a little bit more antsy to make a trade to happen. But that deal is made next season. Sheesh, he'll be worth. Hey, I'm talking about bad stock. It'll be like buying stock in a PS4 right now. Sure.
You know, it's tough to watch what's happening to James Harden right now because in the regular season he is fun to watch, and then in the playoffs he is one of the most head scratching players you ever seen in your life because you don't know what happens when he gets tired, I guess. But Houston is doing what they have to do. They got to protect their investment, keep people away, make them look less attractive to other people, and that's what they're doing. And unfortunately, it might be working. Shout out to John Wall and Boogie Cousins, man. Y'all didn't sign up for this. So
Ben Simmons,
again?
they throw Ben Simmons' name in the mix. Like
they better not do that. You better not do that.
I'm just telling you, they throw his
They're
name in the
not
mix.
trading Ben Simmons. Daryl Morey already came out and said,
yeah, they're not doing that. No way.
It ain't want too much with Ben Simmons for James Harden. That ain't it. That ain't it. Anywho, y'all ready for halftime?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
In case you missed it, halftime. Now, halftime is sponsored by In the Front Row, the best view in sports. Now, book your game day coverage, pictures, hype videos, workouts, fitness training, mini docu-series, and much, much more. In the Front Row creates memories that last a lifetime. Contact Eric Pope II on Instagram at @first_Black Pope today. Now, in case you missed it, man, Michael B. Jordan, he's ready to put the spotlight and support historically Black colleges and universities and their athletic programs by launching the Hoop Dreams Classic. That's a real classy title. Now, the showcase will expand outside of basketball and feature cultural experiences highlighting other elements of HBCU life and culture, including a battle of the bands, live musical performances, film festivals, culinary events, and college and career opportunities. The showcase will feature 4 of the top Division I HBCU men's and women's basketball programs starting on December the 18th, 2021 at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Is this a big deal, little deal, or no deal for HBCU schools?
It's a huge deal, big deal, man. They're getting the ball rolling, man. It's a big deal for them.
And expanding it outside of football, because HBCU football, homecomings, and battle of the bands, that all means something to doing that. But taking it to hoops, this is dope. I mean, we already have CIAA weekend in February, which is an event. If you've never been to, you should probably, all my youngsters out there, take that in one good year of your life, just whatever you do. Anyway, besides that, we got that going around in February. But if you can do this, like right around, like you said, in December time for the top schools, sign me up, man.
Yeah, this is a huge deal. Like you mentioned, man, it'll give you the same feeling of HBCU classics. If you've ever been to a HBCU classic, you know what I'm talking about. The fact that he's going to include women and include other activities is really good because, most times you see something like this, you see they just do it for the men. So the fact that he's going to take 4 women's teams is great also. And just to see it around basketball. Hopefully by 2021, COVID will be cleared out and we'll be able to see this and see it work the correct way. Because if COVID is still around, it's going to put a damper on it. But probably if it is, they'll probably push it back. But hopefully COVID will be gone and we can get to see this flourish for years and years to come.
Sure, man. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to his team putting this together. Something that should have been in the works many years. Damn. Shit, a little water. Let's get a little water challenge. Many years ago. But more than anything, man, just got to make sure that, TSU is in there. We got to find a way to do that. They got to be in that top 4, and the only way we'll do that, man, we continue to win games. So let's push the narrative to get our school in that good old land of the golden sunshine.
Land of the golden sunshine.
By the Cumberland Shore.
I didn't know that part. You guys ready to get started the second half?
Come on, cuz. Let's go.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the 2020 College Football Postseason Award Show, episode 348. Before we get started, I am J-Ho.
It's your boy, Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What it do?
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Hey, man, you got to find a way to get to that mute a little faster. Hey, late mute pressing ass. Your mute late as hell, boy. Boy, you got to work on it, boy. Boy, that we got you, didn't it, boy? Boy, you all your shit, ain't you, boy? Yeah, all right. More than 20 awards will be given to college football's best players and coaches between now and what used to be bowl season. With many, it's tough to keep track of. So here's a breakdown of each award along with some of our FSP awards. See how good our prediction was at the beginning of the season, which we did not do, but we did do the SEC. So first thing that we'll talk about is the top prospect outside of the Power 5. This is the best player not playing in a Power 5 conference. Who is your postseason winner?
My postseason winner was Jared Patterson, running back from Buffalo, man. 1,000 yards, man. He had a game with 300 some yards, almost was 200 yards. I'm sorry,
409. Yeah, 500. Yeah, he went for 409 against Kent State.
409. But the kicker was that they took him out the game. They took him out the game early when he could have rushed for the all-time running record, which is whack. That was whack from Buffalo. But yeah, I went with Jared Patterson.
I'm going Zach Wilson, BYU, 30 touchdowns, just 3 picks. And he said, he called everybody out. I mean, they caught the L when he called out the wrong team, but he called everybody out. I got to stand by that, though, man. Shout out to Zach Wilson, BYU.
I went with Jaylon Darden, University of North Texas. He's third in reception yards with 1,190 and first in receiving touchdowns with 19. Program's all-time leader in career receptions, career receiving touchdowns, career receiving yards, and single-season receiving touchdowns record.
Yeah, man, I'm following up with Weezy. I got Jared Patterson from Buffalo, 1,000 yards in 5 games. That's nuts. That's just nuts. Leads the nation in rushing yards, 203 a game. Third in the nation with 18 rushing touchdowns. He's only played 5 games. Got to be Jared Patterson, sure. Moving on to the next award is the Impact Transfer. This is a player that played for another school last year, had the greatest impact in the season. Who's your postseason winner, Weezy?
my postseason, my postseason winner for this one, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have one. I don't have one. And like I do, I don't have one. I missed that one. Time out. I don't have one. I'm looking at my list here like, oh shit, I don't have one.
Oh shit.
Time out.
Oh shit.
Time out.
Oh shit.
Oh, I need a break. Hold on. Oh shit. Woo! Woo! Oh shit! Woo!
I missed that one.
Oh,
go ahead, pick it up, Joe.
Yeah, I went with Derek King, the Miami Hurricanes. Didn't have the gaudy numbers, but the fact that the Hurricanes are relevant now, and he was a huge part of that, I had to go with Derek King.
I agree, Joe. Same thing you said. He's getting Miami back to the old Hurricane days. They're 8-2 overall. They're number 18th in the country. He's 11th in passing yards and tied for 12th in passing touchdowns. So I went with Derek King also.
Yeah, man. Me and Weezy definitely went with Derek King. He arrived at from the University of Houston because he was looking to play on a bigger scale, get some Power 5 competition, get that draft stock going. He'll be able to play again next year. The big question is if he'll return. How competitive will Miami be? Do they want to play him? Would it be poised to even play him at quarterback, maybe play another position like Braxton Miller did his senior year? So we'll see. But the biggest impact transfer for sure is Derek King. Most definitely. Let's move right along to the Jim Thorpe Award, the top defensive back in all of college football. Who's your postseason prediction, Weezy?
My postseason prediction for that was Brendan Joseph, cornerback from Northwestern, man. Three interceptions. Yeah, he had 42 tackles this year. And they haven't played that. They barely even played 5 games on Northwestern. Brendan Joseph.
I went with Shamar John Charles from Appalachian State, senior quarterback. 1.7 pass defender per game. Out of 10 games, they went 7-3 this year. He's ranked the number 1 cornerback coming in. From my native of Florida, got the speed you're looking for. 17 passes defended. Leads the FBS with 16 pass breakups. And he talk about it. My kind of corner.
I went with Patrick Surtain from Alabama. He presents a consistent wall on the edge. He's only allowed 25 yards or fewer in 8 of 9 games. He's only been targeted 36 times throughout the season with only 14 completions over the 9 games. He's only allowed 1 touchdown this season, and quarterbacks have a passer rating of 50.2 when they target him in coverage. So I'm going with Patrick from Alabama.
Patrick Surtain is cold. Love him. But I'm going with Eric Stokes, mainly because he's been tested more than any corner that we'll probably mention. And you see more of his actual brilliance coming into 2020. Tyson Campbell got all the attention. People were talking about how great he was, but Stokes outplayed him the entire year. All the tools, physical style of play that I like at my cornerback position, giving wide receivers fits. So, yeah, man, Eric Stokes, University of Georgia. Let's move right along to the Dick Butkus Award, which is the top linebacker in all of college football. Who's your postseason prediction and why, Weezy?
My postseason prediction was Alabama's Dylan Moses, man. 62 tackles for loss, 32 solo tackles with 1.5 sacks. Just a monster in that, just a complete monster for Alabama defense this year. Senior too.
I feel like Dylan Moses been in Alabama for years, dog. Like longer than those, like forever though. I'm sticking with Alabama, but I'm going with another linebacker. I'm going with Christian Harris, sophomore. 42 solo tackles, 57 all tackles, team high. I ranked second in quarterback hurries with 2.0 and 2.6, except minus 17 yards. Excuse me. My goodness. With 4.5 tackles for a loss. Need a water break too. Christian Harris, man, just a sophomore.
I'm going with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame. He's totaled 49 tackles in 2020. He leads the Irish, leading the team with 9 tackles for loss. He's been responsible for forcing multiple turnovers, including an interception, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 for a touchdown, and 3 forced fumbles this season. So I went with Jeremiah from Notre Dame.
All right. My pick postseason award, Zaven Collins from Tulsa. Folks, if you have not heard of Tulsa's Zaven Collins, write the name down because he is very good at football. He will play in the NFL. He came to Tulsa to play offense, guys. He's been Conference Defensive Player of the Year 4 times. Each year he's been there. Only played 7 games this year. Absolute dog at linebacker. He'll go in the first round if he comes out this year. So shout out to Zaven Collins from Tulsa. Next up is the Chuck Bednarik Award, which is the top defensive player in all of college football. Who's the postseason prediction, Weezy?
You on mute, big dog.
I'm gonna go right back with Dylan Moses. Go right back with Dylan Moses for the defensive player of the year. Because I'm gonna tell you why. He's played all 10 games. Alabama's the number 1 team in the country. Finna go to the national championship game. He leading them in tackles. Dylan Moses.
You ain't got to defend Dylan Moses. That's a solid choice. I'm going with Taryn Jackson. I'm senior from Coastal Carolina. 46 tackles, 3 forced fumbles, second in the Sun Belt, registered team high, 16 quarterback hurries, 3-time defensive player of the week for the Sun Belt Conference, defensive player of the week, and for national defensive player of the week. This kid's everywhere, man. Give me him. Give me Taryn Johnson. Taryn Jackson. Excuse me. My bad.
I went with Dylan Moses from Alabama also. Not only does he do the good things at linebacker, but he's sideline and sideline. He can do it all. So I went with Dylan Moses also.
Yep, and this is where I have Locke's guy, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame. Just isn't like the rest of your off-ball linebackers. He plays a role in Notre Dame's defense, very similar like Dylan Moses. Like quite a few snaps, slot, he's everywhere, man. Just one of those players. 144 tackles to be exact. Nuts, man. Playing linebacker. So shout out to JOK, man. NFL player for sure. Let's move on to the Outland Trophy, the top offensive lineman, all college football. Who's your postseason prediction and why?
Postseason prediction here. I'm right back with the Alabama train on this one. It's Alex Leatherwood, man. Offensive lineman, offensive tackle. Only gave up 1 sack all season in his 10 games. And he didn't catch COVID. I don't know how Nick Saban called his whole team from not catching COVID, but that happened. I went with Alex Leatherwood.
I'm gonna keep it in Alabama. I'm going Landon Dickerson, senior center from Alabama, former Seminole coach. He was a Seminole. Transferred, lead that offense, the anchor of the offensive line. He was a Seminole. He should have stayed, but never mind. But he's gonna win the trophy. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, Jeff, he's a Seminole, and that's why we don't have no offensive lineman right now. Can't go wrong with him or Leatherwood. I went with Leatherwood. The offensive line has paved the way for Alabama to have the nation's #1 scoring offense, and these two guys are why. They've put up 49.5 points a game, and #1 in passing efficiency offense, and #3 in total offense. So I went with Alex Leatherwood from Alabama.
For sure, man. I have Tyler Lindenbaum from Iowa. This is another year where you have a top 10 pick coming from Iowa, just like last year. It's been the top dog among all centers in 2020. Big surprise to see, man. He came to Iowa as a defensive lineman, flipped to the offensive side of the ball. Jeff, you know how hard that is to do if you're playing at a college level. So, man, this dude, he allowed 0 sacks, 0 hits, and just 1 hurry, and 215 pass blocks and snaps in 2020, dog. Doesn't get me any better than that, dog. Doesn't get any better than that. Shout out to Tyler Lindenbaum from Iowa. Moving on to the John Mackey Award, the top tight end in all college football. This should be unanimous. Who is this and why?
I went with Kyle Pitts from Florida. For everything Jay's going to say at the end of it. But Kyle Pitts has 11 touchdowns so far, and he missed 4 games. So I went with Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, let's just let you have this one, Jay. Like, I went Kyle Pitts as well. Like, go ahead. Unless Locke got somebody different. You can just go ahead, Jay.
No, I don't have anybody different, but it is Kyle Pitts, man. He's #4 in FBS among pass catchers. He's #1 among all tight ends. He logged 3 career 100-yard receiving games, which broke the record, jointly held by 3 other Gators, Kirkpatrick, Ben Troop, and Pitts is 3rd in Gators tight end with multiple 100-yard games in the season. So you got to go with Pitts.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Kyle Pitts for sure. I got him winning another award for sure. That's definitely my Mackey Award winner. Just the highest rated tight end to come through college football. They said since who did they say? It was a Hall of Famer. God, his name was it Tony Gonzalez? It's just crazy, man. But yeah, man. Shout out to my guy Kyle Pitts, man. Top 10 pick a tight end, dog. Hey, this man going top 10 in a tight end position. It's crazy. The Fred Biletnikoff Award is the next award we have up. Who is the top wide receiver for the postseason, Weezy, and why?
This is my guy. I called this all the way through. Elijah Moore, man. Ole Miss wide receiver. 1,193 yards, 12 touchdowns. Just an absolute monster. I really hope Titans draft him. I really do. Elijah Moore.
I'm going with Devontae Smith from Alabama. Human highlight reel. He's open. He's open right now. The game hasn't even started yet, and he's wide open. That's it. That's all you got to say. I don't care nothing about his stats. I don't care. He's open. Just throw the ball over there.
The eye test, Jeff.
He's open. Throw the ball over there.
Yeah, that's 24/7 right there. Devontae Smith, he's definitely open. He's turned 600-yard games, including 2 200-yard performances, and has 80 receptions. He has 15 touchdowns and 1,300 yards. He's open. He's open. Now, this a little bit is because his co-wide receivers went down with the injury, so he's getting a little more targets, but he's open. Even when his co-receivers open playing, he was still open. Devontae Smith, Alabama.
My postseason prediction is Kyle Pitts from the University of Florida. A tight end has never won the Biletnikoff before. This has been presented since 1994. This could change this year, man. Not only does he lead wide receivers in 5 statistical categories, he's lined up a wide receiver 60% of the time. That's the reason he didn't win the Mackey Award last year, is because he lined up at wide receiver more than he lined up at tight end. And he smoked a lot of cornerbacks playing this year. So for sure, man, give me Kyle Pitts winning the Biletnikoff, making history in 2020. For sure. We deserve that one. Moving on to the Doak Walker Award, which is the top running back in all of college football. Who's your postseason prediction and why, Weezy?
Man, it should be Jared Patterson. It really should be if he'd have played enough games. Even if he played 5 games, 1,000 yards is crazy. But I would with Najee Harris, man, Alabama. 1,000 yards, 22 touchdowns, only on 183 attempts. Najee Harris, they was working. He was a workhorse, but he got the job done.
I went with Najee Harris as well. Everything Weezy said. That offensive line is crazy, and he makes him look even better. Najee Harris.
I went with Breece Hall from Iowa State. He leads the nation in yards with 1,357. He's 4th in rushing touchdowns. He's averaging 6.1 yards per carry, which is top in the nation. And he's helped Iowa State to a number 6 ranking and a spot in the Big 12 championship game. We don't see Iowa State in this high ranking often, and it's all because of Breece Hall.
Sure, man. I like Breece Hall as well. I'm going with Najee Harris as well. He's the best player on that Alabama team. I've been saying that ever since he got there. They're going to try to give a lot of these awards to Mac Jones. He's not the best player on that team. The person that keeps this team going is 100% Najee Harris, man. Definitely deserves a dope. Let's move right along to the Davey O'Brien Award, which is the top quarterback in all of college football. Who's your postseason prediction and why, Weezy?
Kyle Trask. 40 touchdowns, 3,700 yards. Kyle Trask, man. Too many interceptions, though, but Kyle Trask. Go ahead.
He got 5 picks. What are you talking about?
Go ahead, man.
Joe Burrow threw 9 last year. He just won the Heisman. The fuck?
Yeah. It's the Trash kid. Yeah. Go ahead, Locke.
Yeah, it's Kyle Trask. He leads the nation in passing yards, touchdowns. Probably was going to win the Heisman until they lost to LSU. They gave him 2 losses, so they knocked him out of contention for that. So they'll be, he'll get this one since he won't get the big dog one. So you got to go with Kyle Trask from Florida.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're looking at the best, usually you got to go to the best quarterback on the best team in a lot of these situations. Kyle Trask is that, man. 40 touchdowns, 5 picks, played in 10 games in the superior conference in college football. No other quarterback has better numbers than Trask in college football. Wins or not, it's not even close. Kyle Trask is the best college quarterback this year. It's trash that he can't win the Heisman because it's some bullshit. I usually should go to the best. Never mind. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, don't make that.
Move right along to the Home Depot Award, which is Coach of the Year. Who's your postseason prediction and why?
This was pretty easy for me. Clay Helton, man, USC Trojans. Clay Helton, he was on the hot seat going into the season. He's on the hot seat going into the season. Undefeated season. Got the Bush playing in the Pac-12 championship as we speak. Clay Helton.
All right. I'm going Jamie Chadwell, Coastal Carolina. He won't be there long. Someone's going to give him a bag. Don't worry about it. He will be out of the first thing smoking to a big school. But undefeated team, they will give some people some trouble. If we actually had a bowl season this year that really mattered, they would give some people some trouble. And he's the main reason why. Shout out to Coach Chadwell.
Yeah, Jeff, he probably won't even be there to coach the bowl game. They'll get him out of there before he even plays that game like they do. But I went with Matt Campbell from Iowa State. Like I said, he has Cyclones sitting number 6 of the country. We haven't seen that out of Iowa State, and who knows. And they're number 1 in the Big 12, about to play in the Big 12 championship game.
Yep, I'm going Jeremy Chadwell from Coastal Carolina. Here's the thing, they tried to extend him. His shit got extended to 2027. The devil is a lie. This is the second time that Chadwell has won this award. First time it came at the FCS level when he led Charleston Southern to 12-3. Hey, you can give him all the raises in the world until you can get to $1.5 million. Man, Coastal Carolina, you just better pray he stays for sure. Let's move right along to the granddaddy of them all, the Heisman Trophy Award, which is the College Football Player of the Year. College Football Player of the Year, fellas. Who's the postseason prediction and why, Weezy?
Matt Jones, quarterback of Alabama. 3,300 yards. 3,300 yards, undefeated season. Alabama, #1 team in the nation. Alabama, Matt Jones.
#1 team in the nation, undefeated season, future national champs, going to win by a large margin against whoever the hell they play. Matt Jones, Heisman Trophy winner.
He's going to win it. Mac Jones, it is. He's going to win it. It's his to lose at this point. Only way he doesn't win this award is if he loses in the SEC championship game to Florida, which could put Kyle Trask back in the driver's seat. But if they win that game, they will give it to Mac Jones.
Hey, listen. Kyle Trask got more touchdowns, got less picks, got more yards on less attempts. So there's never been a situation where a person wins the Heisman and it's the disparity of their numbers is so wide. They literally can't give it. They're going to have to give it to somebody else because Kyle Trask is the Heisman Trophy winner. If there's a situation where my guy Justin Fields would have played more than fucking 6 games this year, he would 100% would have won it this year. But Kyle Trask, by process of elimination, has the best numbers in college football. So he deserves to win the Heisman. I hate the fucking Heisman Trophy. Yeah, it's the worst shit.
He won't.
If he has 3 losses going into the voting, he won't. They can't give it to him.
I don't think a quarterback is wanted with 2 losses ever.
He's going to have 3.
But here's the thing, though. Najee Harris has the best numbers in all of college football, so he should win the Heisman then.
Okay, I can see that. It ain't going to be trash, though. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
They don't want to see us with another one, Weezy. They don't want to see us with another one. We got 3 quarterbacks who won that thing. They don't want to see it win another. Let's close things out, man. College football playoffs. Give me your postseason prediction winners as far as 1 through 4.
#1 for me is Alabama. #2 is Ohio State. #3 Clemson. #4 Notre Dame. And I got Alabama winning it all.
I got #1 Alabama. Clemson beats Notre Dame in the rematch and gets to be #2. Ohio State is #3 and Notre Dame is #4. And
go ahead.
Pick the championship game too, or just wait for that?
Just go ahead, pick your championship game.
Bama beats Notre Dame by 30, and Ohio State beats Clemson. Ohio State beats Bama in the national championship.
I have Alabama at 1, Clemson at 2, Ohio State at 3, and a shocker, Iowa State gets in at #4. I have Alabama beating Ohio State and Clemson beating Ohio State, and I have Alabama beating Clemson in the national championship game.
Wow, that's insane. I have Ohio. Well, let me go ahead and say what. All right, let me just keep it real. I got Alabama at 1. I got Ohio State at 2. Got Clemson at 3, and I got Florida at 4. Let's go home.
That's impossible.
Don't even feed into it.
That's impossible.
Bro, what do you mean?
If Alabama loses, they're not gonna get them #1.
Yeah, they will, because they the best team in college football. And they only lost once.
Don't feed into that shit, y'all.
I'm silly. We gonna beat Alabama tomorrow. We gonna beat Alabama tomorrow.
That's what they want. See, y'all.
Yeah, you gonna beat them to the stadium.
That team ain't played nobody this year, bro.
They beat all the teams y'all lost to.
Bro, we battle tested. We play big games. We play big games.
The line is
play well in big games.
Will y'all cover it?
Line is what?
17 points.
Shit. Oh, yeah. Gas money, motherfucker. House money, whatever you want to do. 17 points. They said we're gonna lose by 7. They said we're gonna lose by 17.
Pick your phone up and put it in right now. Pick your phone up.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't see them losing by 17.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Disrespectful, bro.
That's a lot.
Now I get it. I know we lost to Texas A&M. We had my bad. Damn, I'm tripping. We had people with COVID.
And
what you mean?
You lost another game too.
We lost to LSU because the dude threw a shoe.
That was horrible. That was horrible.
Dude, Marco Wilson is more hated than a dude that killed somebody. We have a convicted murderer that played on our team, bro, and people hate him more than they hate Chico.
Yeah, he lost that game, sure.
He lost the game. We lost the game. We come down. You see how fast we got down? Alabama.
They was going to run the clock out.
Yeah.
We said what?
The game was over. Y'all about to run the clock out.
We was going to win that
Yeah, the game was over.
I ain't tripping about that. What I'm hot about, that made us lose other situations.
All the
I ain't
awards.
tripping about.
Yeah,
all the awards. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
No, we're gonna win that Heisman.
Yeah, y'all 17-point underdogs tomorrow.
Shock the world, baby. Shock the world. Yeah, for sure.
What time
And that is our college football postseason award show, man. You threw up a 7?
He said what time the game start.
Yeah.
What time the game start? But because I was about to go off on Vanderbilt right there, but we were 0-10, boy. Well, you said y'all was gonna win the game anyway. And that is our college football postseason award show, man. Always great. Disappointed this year. I'm not gonna lie. I thought we were going undefeated this year. A little disappointed. We lost. We gave 2 away. More than anything, I feel good about my team. I'm the only person on this call can sit and say I feel good about our season and feel real good about going into 2021 for sure. So a lot of influx going on in Florida State, and I look down here, Weezy, Vanderbilt. That's a shit show. Vanderbilt's a shit show for sure.
Thanks, man.
Shout out to Clark Lido, Nashville's own. John Trotwood Moore, my guy.
All right, that's okay. Y'all work for us, my guy.
Listen, I hope we get rid of Grantham. Now, I ain't lying. Our defensive coordinator, we just paid him 2.7 to come back. We gonna give him 2.7 to leave. He can leave. He can go. We can go.
Goodness gracious.
He can go. But yeah, man, I feel good about our chances. We're not gonna lose. Hey, listen, man. Now granted. No.
Come on, man.
Don't nobody call me tomorrow. I'm in a for real dog fight tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, get to a situation where they kicking my ass. And listen, let me tell you something.
You're not gonna answer no way.
No, listen, like you've been very respectful this year. I appreciate you. Jeff, you've been very, very respectful this year. I appreciate you. Weezy, fuck you. Fuck you. Because the very first game when we beat Ole Miss, you had a lot of shit to say. So fuck you.
I haven't called you and teased you. I haven't called you at all.
Because you know why? Because your team's 0-10. That's why. That's the only reason why your team ain't won a damn game. Your team ain't damn
and talk shit about you. That's what I did.
No, for sure.
But I didn't call you personally.
Your team ain't won a damn game, and you had the only time to make history, and you made her do a damn squib kick. Sorry ass team. You couldn't even get an extra point for that girl. A sorry ass team. A piece of shit team. But yeah, man, I feel good about our chances.
It's a good thing. We won't see the monkey ass dances. They're done for the year. Them dances is over for the year, Jeff.
That's true.
We won't see no more of them this year.
Wow, Jeff. After I just said that.
No, wow. I'm just saying, it's Alabama, Jay. Like it is Alabama. That's a lot. That's a lot for y'all to deal with.
All that dancing and Mary J. Blige and shit. That shit's over with.
We wish you had. Hey, how many victory dances you put up this year?
I didn't put up a damn one.
You didn't have a chance to put up one, did you? Huh. I put up 8 of them. Put up 8. And I'm gonna put up 9.
Tweet us with questions.
You just hear that? And I'm gonna put up 9. I'm gonna be mad if we don't win, boy. Tweet us with questions throughout the week of Full Sport Press. Don't call me. Don't call me during this game tomorrow. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Tell the college football friends.
Weezy.
Everything paid for, baby. The dancing's over.
Jeff.
Camera's always on, brother.
Yeah, there's something else to it. Lock.
Get a drummer song.
Purchase your track today.
The Revolution will be podcast. 9 wins.
Oh, motherfucker.
Let's go.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Purchase your track today.
The Revolution will be podcasted.